collections, classics, customs, restorations. This is Crossroads Speed Shop.
Well, I'm always up for a challenge, and welcome back to the Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop. Today, what we have here is a Maisto Chevy SS concept car, and I got this one. It's actually not mine. It's one I'm doing for a friend of mine's son. He brought it to me a week or so ago and asked me if I could fix it. And the reason it needed to be fixed is because that back window's gone. So I'm going to try something I hadn't tried before, but I think I'm going to try to trim that back. And I've got another piece of window that should fit, and I'll just try to maybe see if I can glue those together and put it back in there. There isn't much to this Maisto casting. There's no interior or anything like that. I got the body drilled and tapped. He wanted me to repaint it red, so we'll touch that back up with that. These wheels, they're the typical Maisto Adventure Force type wheels. So what we're going to do is we'll put some new ones on there. So we're going to try to just fix this up a little bit. I know this was one of his favorite cars when he was younger, and he said it was really fast, so we're going to try to keep it that way. But first, we got to get this thing in the stripper, and we've got to get some new wheels, and we've also got to work on that windshield. So let's move on. All right, well, we're moving right along on our little Chevy SS concept car. Against the Maisto casting. So there is no interior to this car. So what I'm going to do is I've cleaned up the windshield. Again, I'll show you the windshield here. It's just the plastic. It's even got the little pieces there at the bottom that kind of hold the wheels down and stuff like that. I've washed it up with some hot soap and water. It's not in too bad a shape, but I think I'll just like to give it a little dip in the Pledge Revive, kind of to revive it and to make it just a little bit shiny. Again, whenever you're doing this, the Pledge Revive, just wick away any of the excess along the edges. Try not to wipe the windows with the paper towel, because that will definitely, but you can see that really shines it up really nice. So we'll just put it here to sit, and I'll cover it up. That way, what this will do is that'll keep the dust off of it, because again, Pledge Revive is just a floor finish, and it takes a little while to dry. So let that dry, and that'll make it look really nice. It'll get a nice shiny windshield for them when we get done. So let's move on. All right, well, we're back, and we're working again to put these wheels on. I got the wheels, all the axles are all straightened out, and now let's see if I can take some of this JB Super Weld. And again, when you do this, make sure that your axles, your wheels are even. Make sure they don't go one way or the other, because if you do that, what'll happen is you'll have wheels that'll be rubbing. So we've got them pretty well straight where they want to be. And let's see here. And we'll give a little drop of the Super Weld. Then we just leave it. You might sometimes see some smoke coming out of there, but there's nothing to worry about if it does. And let's do it for about a count of 9. The wheels spin real nice. They're stuck in there really nice. That's good. That's good. So that'll work out really well. So I'll glue this back axle in. Again, just make sure that the your tires are somewhat centered in the chassis. And then put a little drop of this Super Weld again. And then use the ultraviolet light for about 9 seconds. All right, well, I'm working on my little Maisto Chevy SS concept car, and so I'm gonna get ready to clear coat it. I got it painted, did a nice red paint job, kind of to do that the same as it was, or very similar to what it was. And then I'm going to take some of this 2K clear that I got from Diecast Graveyard And I usually use about 4 pipettes to 1 hardener when I do this. Again, I always say this is probably about a 0.5 milliliter pipette, and just when you do it, close up this your clear, throw away your old one, and then take in, add 1 pipette of hardener to that. And again, be very careful. If you do, let's say you're doing a lot more than 1 car. If you're trying to do, and you're doing several, enough to clear, you're doing more than that. Be sure whatever you do not put this pipette in to touch. Don't touch anything. Don't touch it. And if you do touch this, like you get down there and you touch this, don't put it back in the hardener, because what you'll do is you'll end up gelling up everything. Ask me how I know that. That's the voice of experience, my friends. So don't do that. Use separate pipettes. That way you don't contaminate anything. And then I usually just stir it up a little bit with a craft stick just to make sure it gets mixed up really well. So let's move on. Well, we got all the parts to our little Maisto Chevrolet SS concept car. All taken care of. We cleaned up we got a new windshield, got that cleaned up, dipped it in some Pledge Revives, gave it a nice little shine. There is no interior. You can see the little prongs here that hold the base down. We got the base. I put some PR5s on there, some new ones that my friend's son thought he'd like to have on there. He liked those. Really happy with how the car turned out. It's a little bit brighter red than the original. We detailed up the front and in the back, and so let's get this thing put together and put it on the turntable and see what we got. Well, we're back, and you remember what this Maisto car looked like before we had it. The windshield was broken in the back. It was kind of messed up. So this is what it looked like, and now let's take a look at what we've got. We got this beautiful bright red paint. I was able to source a new windshield from another car, and I cleaned it up, and I dipped it in some Pledge Revive. I added those PR5s to it. It was something that I showed my friend's son, and he thought those looked really cool, a lot better than those Maisto wheels. I detailed the tail end with a chrome paint pen, as well as detailing the headlights and the tail lights. You can even see the directionals down below, and blackened in the grille. Then I gave it 2 coats of 2K clear from Diecast Graveyards. I had a lot of fun. I don't do a lot of these Maisto cars, but really had a lot of fun doing this one, and I'm looking forward to giving it to my friend's son here in a few days. And again, I hope you liked it. I really appreciate all of you who are subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you be a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything. Be great to have you view this, and thank you so much for that. I hope you got something from it. Maybe just help you look at some of those Maisto diecast cars as well. As always, God bless, and thanks for stopping by the shop.